Oh, hey, I didn't see you come in.
All right. Oh, gosh. Yes.
Off to a rip-roaring start. Welcome back to the Emergency Power Podcast. You've made it all the way to Chapter 8 today. You did it. Oh, man, we're getting close
end
to
of the story.
Yeah, Chapter 10, that's as far as it goes.
That's
when we
that's
get
as
into
high as
double
I can
digits.
count, so we just decided to stop.
That's all the fingers I have, so... I'm not willing to use my toes.
You can double your capacity by using toes at minimum.
No, man. I'm not doing it. They're safe inside my sock. They're nice and toasty. I'm not going to pull those bad boys out.
Ah, that's a quitter talking right there.
I'd be willing to go to maybe 12 if I count both feet, one each, because they're in socks.
Secretly, Adam doesn't actually have toes.
Yeah.
I've never seen them, so they obviously don't exist.
Why
And that is science.
That is science. It's only... Science is something that is observable, and I have not observed Adam's toes.
This is Schrodinger's toes. If they're inside a sock, do they actually exist?
We're shooting out those hard-hitting questions.
Absolutely. No.
All right.
But I don't know if we have time for all this shenanigan, because we left on the last chapter in quite a predicament, and I think we need to resolve this. What do you guys think?
I think so.
Yeah,
Right.
remind me what exactly happened. I remember.
You don't
combats
remember?
And I remember.
Adam
just-
used the classic D&D trope, rocks fall.
Uh-huh.
But he just hasn't gotten to the everyone dies part yet. He cut us
okay.
off before we got to make our reflex save.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. Liar!
I'm pretty sure it's your fault too.
It probably is.
All right, well, the crew is in the midst of mayhem and have precious few moments to get their senses about the magnitude of the situation. Let's give these dire moments their due as we return to the Tomes of Emergency Power, Volume 1, Chapter 8. The room shudders and shakes as glass shatters across the room. A metal beam flies through the frame of the window. Now, last time I called for a reflex save. What's everyone got for me?
Scrif has a 23.
5e clocks in with 22.
That was a 10 for Pons.
10 for Pons. Okay, I was expecting like 23, 22, 21,
No,
23, 22, 10.
no, he's like a piece of paper, kind of just floating there. If the wind blows hard enough, he just flies away.
All right. So as this metal beam smashes through the window, everyone dives out of the way, falls to the ground. If you saved, you of course take half damage, unless you have some sort of ability that might negate that. Who would do that, though? That'd be rude.
Can't imagine.
You're gonna take 4 damage as glass and debris flies around the room. If you failed, however, you will take the full 8.
Oh my god.
Scrif and 5e have saved. Pons, however, not so lucky.
Ow.
I'm down to 5 hit points.
I am down to half of my HP after my whole stamina is gone now.
5e takes none, thank you, evasion.
That's what it is. That makes sense now.
Gosh. Operatives and their cool stuff.
I don't know
Why
anyone
don't
else.
I have cool stuff?
Does everyone else just like see his body
Did you
like
play
twist
operative?
on his legs? That's what I always see when you're like evasion, and I just see him like spin like a top all of a sudden.
Yeah, actually,
why
that's
that's the
pretty
imagery.
accurate. Like sideways, and then the exoskeleton just affects the rest
yeah,
of it.
Yeah, just Spins around real fast.
Spectral light floods the room from the rotunda as this roar shakes the entire area. Crumbling concrete falls, and a fine dust saturates the room, illuminated by this light. Uzi stands unmoving for a long moment before turning and looking at Pons, the closest member of the crew. Squishy Pons. Uzi. As he turns, the purple-pink glow casts on him, and you can see the light refract off numerous shards of glass that are now protruding from his left side. He smiles weakly. Tolly's His words are cut off as he falls to the ground.
No.
Uzi, no.
Through the shattered window and twisted frame, nearly 4 stories below, is a creature that breaks 50 feet wide.
Oh.
4 large wall-mounted pumps work furiously, having been redlining for far too long, unable to stop. A mass of pipes and writhing vines rest in the center of a ring intertwining with the machinery. Hundreds of violet bulbs wave hypnotically, and electricity sporadically arcs across the room. And in the center of its bulk is a blooming pod bearing thousands of teeth.
No. Not that.
Is this like the main body of what we saw earlier? This sounds awful.
I'd like to apologize to any of our listeners who have plant phobias right now.
Jeez.
Lawsuits can be directed to Adam.
We're going to go ahead and roll for initiative.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Did Uzi
Cue
just
the epic
fall?
combat music.
Oh my god.
Wait, so is he unconscious? Did he like fall down to the lower area? Or is he on
He's laying flat on the ground in the room that you are
Yeah.
in. You don't know if he's unconscious or
the
dead,
dead? Oh, great.
but you can, on your turn, go find out.
I am so screwed. I've got 5 hit points, guys.
7.
All right. What we got?
Wow. That was another 5.
Respectable 15 this time.
Scrif coming in hot with a 21.
Oh, yes.
Ooh. Okay.
What am I
So-
looking at?
You were standing closest to the computer,
Yeah.
and you had been looking through the controls that were there before this thing threw an I-beam through the ceiling. And I'm going to recap that real quick because there's some important stuff that you're going to need to know. So on the computer, there was schematics, which you had seen. There was some controls for the pump maintenance crane. There was system purge, and the one that you didn't get to see before you had to jump out of the way was floodgates. Okay? You guys should also take note that there is that thing hanging up over this creature over there. So you have some things you can work with here, but it's up to you what you do with the information you have. And Scrif, you're up first.
Oh my gosh. Scrif is gonna scramble back up onto the computer console. Do I have to move at all?
No, you're within 5 feet of that thing.
Okay. And I'm going to I want to look at the pump maintenance crane controls.
Okay. Go ahead, give me computers check.
Computers check. That's a 29.
Ooh, very spicy. Right, you get on the controls, and as you're typing away at this thing, you see that at one point it seemed like there were actual remote controls where you could just do the crane from there. However, as you're messing with it now, maybe the system's damaged or something, it only seems like it moves little bits. Like it's trying to do something, but you can't quite get it to move.
Okay.
Messing with the computer, whatever you do on there, is going to take full action.
Okay. Then that's my turn.
Okay, moving on in our 5E.
Okay, so 5E is going to move toward Uzi, holstering his weapons and taking out a med kit, and he'll make a medicine check on his next turn to stabilize him.
Okay. Pons, you're up.
Okay, I'd like to try to get closer to this crane if possible. I should be able to fly towards it, right?
Yeah, so there's two options you see as you move over towards the window. You see that there is, in fact, a small bridge that reaches out to it. But as you can fly, yes, you could just float over if you wanted to.
I have to go through the gate in order to get to it, correct?
You could go through the door to the side where the railing is, or there does happen to be a giant hole in the window.
Yeah, where the beam just came down.
Okay. Can I reach that from where I was? I only have 30 foot of movement.
Yeah, this thing is maybe 15 feet because it's on this short bridge. So you're
Okay.
flying out over to it?
Yeah, I'd like to fly over to that.
Okay. Pons floats over, get to the door, open it up, jump inside. Now, as you go out over this empty chasm with this giant creature down below you, I'm gonna need you to give me a fortitude save.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
That's not good for Pons. Okay, but I rolled really well. That's an 18.
And it is a good thing you rolled so well, because medium radiation is nothing to laugh at.
You just feel your insides cooking a little bit, but
Yeah,
it's fine. You
just
just
a
It's
little
just
bit.
medium rare.
acid.
Ew.
It's a
What does
little
brain smell like when it's microwaved? Ugh.
microwave
wanna-
steak.
Don't want to picture that.
Okay, inside the control box of this crane, Pons, you have several different levers that you can interact with. And here's how this is gonna work. Okay? This crane has a KAC of 25 and an EAC of 20.
Nice.
Pretty good.
It has the ability to do attack rolls with the arms on the side of this thing. And when they hit, they roll for 1d20 plus 10.
Oh my god.
Nice. Yeah. It's good.
Okay. It also,
Hooey.
you can tell that this thing is built for working on the machinery and all that down below. So it also does bonus damage to structures and things of that nature. Okay.
Got it.
Now,
Okay.
to get this thing moving, I'm gonna need a piloting check.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Is Pons have piloting?
I do not.
Uh-oh.
There it goes. That's a 4.
Yes.
I knew you could do it.
Oh my god.
Pons
So
like, yeah.
Pons
Nah.
floats over, gets through the radiation, shuts the door, gets his little hands on the controls, and he goes,
Did no one teach you how to drive a stick?
It won't turn on. Hey, wait. Was it clutch in? Clutch. Oh gosh, what does this use? Just don't know what the heck's going on.
Oh no.
Can I like slam a lever down? Just probably not start. I'm just gonna like crank
You're
a lever
about
really
to.
hard.
I think you're about to, but I don't think it's going to be the right lever.
as you're messing with this thing, Scrif, since you were already kind of looking at it because you were messing with it on the computer, you see this thing swinging back and forth a little bit, trying to start up. And then this huge wave of vines comes up and smacks at the crane. And it jolts sideways back and forth. But Pons, as far as you can tell, it doesn't look like much damage was done to this thing.
Okay, good.
However, it is still not started up. Scrif, as we move back around to you, here's how the things on the computer gonna work.
Okay.
Within the controls of the crane, you have a few options. There's overdrive, there's remote control assistance, and there's power surge.
Oh my god.
For overdrive, you can, if you beat the DC, give a +2 circumstance bonus to reflex saves. On the remote control assistance, you can give a +2 to piloting checks. And with power surge, you can add +1d12 to damage.
Ooh.
Wow. So with pawns in the machine, it looks like it's moving properly now, and the controls aren't stuck anymore like they were with my previous check.
Right, it looks like the remote assistance kind of works, so you could potentially help him out, but actually moving the crane is going to have to be done from inside where Pons is.
Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna try the remote control assistance. So
Okay. Give
hold
me a
on,
computer
Pons. I'm
check.
giving you a little extra help, and I'll roll piloting. That's a 12 on the piloting.
Meets it, beats it. Cooper, you get a +2 to your piloting check.
All right.
You did say piloting, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay.
All right. In our 5e.
All right. Medicine check of 28 to treat Uzi and stabilize him.
Nice.
Very good roll. Pop out that med kit that you guys got from Victor. Start pulling out the bandages and trying as best you can to work around all the glass shards that are in them, trying to stabilize Uzi. And as you're a SRO that's built for care, you do a pretty good job. And from what you can tell with that medicine check, Uzi's still breathing, not moving.
Okay. Is he relatively safe here, or should I drag him further away? I know I probably can't do that this round, but I'm planning ahead.
He's roughly in the middle of the room, so it's really up to you.
Okay.
All right.
And I'm done.
Pons,
All right.
you
Yeah.
have a
Let's.
plus to your piloting check. I believe in you.
Okay. Yeah. Let's
You
try it
can do
again.
it.
Come on. That is
Go
with the
on.
bonus a 18.
All right.
Okay. Messing with these controls. Get mad, give it a little kick, and comes into life, smoke pouring out the little smokestack on the back. All right, you've got it up and going. What do
Yeah,
you do?
I want to make an attack roll if possible. Do I need to figure out the levers at all first, or can I just like throw them forwards to try to get this thing moving?
You are welcome to try throwing the levers. You can also, if you want to figure out how to use this thing, you can give me an engineering check. With the piloting, you kind of have an idea, so I'll give you a little
Okay.
bonus from that. But if you want to like have detailed instructions,
But that would probably use my turn, right? If I tried to figure it out first.
probably because you'd be sitting down while this thing is reaching up and trying to smash you.
Okay. How many levers were there?
There are 5 levers.
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, I'll try to figure out what's going on. That's a lot. I was like 3. Okay, I'll just try it, but no, that's too many. All right. So what did you want me to do here to figure that out?
Hold on. I'm trying to realistically think how many levers would be in a thing like this.
That'd be a
Do we
lot.
want to get into the
Yeah,
weeds of
it'd
this?
be like 5. No, I needed to really get it in my brain.
That sounds possible.
Okay.
Engineering, piloting again. What do you want me to do?
Engineering again, and you'll get a little circumstance bonus from what you've done so far and the help you had.
Oh, okay. Engineering. Okay.
Is the flight assistance or the remote control assistance, is that a toggle, or do I have to do that every time to help him?
That's a very good question, and if you were to say give me a computer's check, you might be able to use cat to figure this out, maybe toggle it down, work it into place.
All right. That's a 23.
You are at home on this computer. Okay, plug cat into this thing. Takes a couple seconds, but you hear toggle switch turned on.
Nice.
Just
Okay.
hold it right there and give as much assistance as you can to Pons.
Understood.
And then Pons' roll for the engineering to figure out how to operate this thing. On the dice was a 12.
This was a 12. All right, with that roll, you get a general understanding of how these levers work. So you should be able to move it more or less how you want when you actually go to do that.
Nice.
All right, that'll be good.
Okay. Now it's the turn of this thing.
The nameless enemy.
He holds his action.
Yes.
I'm gonna need you, Cooper, to give me a reflex save.
Oh
No,
man. Okay.
Pons! Stop
Oh.
making Pons do all these saves. He's just a little brain.
Yeah. I put myself
Can't you
in a
see you're
bad
killing him?
scenario. Ooh, 17.
17, very nice. You see the huge pod in the middle close up and pull in for a second before opening wide and shooting this horrible acid-looking stuff straight up at you. And as you're figuring out the controls, you punch one to figure out what it's doing, move the crane forward, and the acid splashes up above you. And we're gonna move back over to Scrif.
Okay. He's gonna keep working on the computer, and he's gonna go back to that file labeled schematics to see if he can send any useful information to Pons.
Okay. Go ahead, give me a computer roll on that too.
That's a 27.
All right.
All right, you pull up the schematics. It shows all of the interior of this basically tube-shaped room. First thing you notice right away as you look is that there's a tunnel that leads from that round room way off into the distance. You can see that this creature is sitting on top of all the piping for this filtration system, and that underneath are these big metal doors that you can assume has something to do with the floodgates. Is there anything in particular on the schematics you're looking for that you want to communicate to Pons?
Anything that would help Pons to operate it more easily.
It seems like all of that is going to probably come from your assistance at the computer.
Okay. Well, I don't know that he has figured out all of the controls, so I'm going to send like the controls to him on his comm.
All right, so you call him up on the comm unit. You tell him exactly how it works. Pons, it clicks more or less with what you had figured out. So now you're going to have an even bigger bonus to your piloting checks as you go to do them.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, bring it over to NR5E.
All right. Uzi seems relatively stable. 5e is going to grab and drag him basically back over to the other side of the room.
Okay.
And as he gets there, he asks Scrif, "What can I do to assist?"
We need to find out the best way to deal with this thing. Can you get a better look down into that room?
I'll do my best. 5e will drop Uzi on the ground and move over for a better look. 5e wants to move out to the edge of the room and try to survey the situation a little bit better.
All right, looking down into this giant, horrendous mass of vines, you see these 4 tower-like pumps. They're where most of the noise are coming from. And you can also see that there are just these tendrils wrapped around the base of these things. Looks like it's gripping onto them.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from that, there's just this wave of violet bulbs and the electricity sparking across the room.
Well, that's such a cool visual. I like that. All right. I'll try to do some more next round then.
All right, Pons.
Yeah, I want to attack. We'll make that attack roll.
Okay, what are you attacking? Middle of this thing or anything else?
I kind of want to... Yeah, I kind of want to attack the purple bulbs. I am worried that if they have some sort of electricity effect, it might affect the machinery. But, I don't know, maybe they're poppable. That'd be fun. So, I want to swing it. I want to take a swing at
yes! Bubble wrap time!
Yes, exactly. That's my thought, anyway. So, I don't know what the bonuses are to that exactly, but, attack roll.
Give me an attack roll.
That is going to be a 13.
Okay, 13. So you fly down at this thing, dropping near enough to get the flowing lights. You hit it and they just absorb and move.
No.
And you move yourself
sad.
back up to where you were before. So
Okay.
13 not gonna do it.
Yeah, that figures, though. Too bad.
As you pull back, this thing is going to reach up and try to smash into you. This thing reaches out and you jam on the pedal to fly back and move just as this thing sweeps under you.
All right, excellent.
Back to Scrif Dovetail.
I keep seeing it as being like a brain in like in a jar, and I'm just getting like shook every time I have to move into this thing. It's just like floating to the side.
Why don't you, real quick, before we move on to Scrif, Pons, give me a perception.
Oh, good. That's actually when I'm got a good bonus in. That is going to be a 27.
27.
Nice.
As you were swinging at this thing and the vines moved out of the way, you can kind of assume that this thing is not going to get completely harmed if you just go in and punch at it.
Okay, so maybe I'd like have to drop something on it or weaken it somehow.
Potentially do that. Scrif Dovetail.
Okay.
Okay, I shout out to Pons over the comms. Get ready! I'm gonna give you a little extra juice! And I'm gonna use the overdrive. Or no, not overdrive, the power surge, the one that gives the
Power
bonus to
surge.
damage.
All right.
Okay. Give me that roll.
Computers,
That is a computer's.
25.
25. Very nice.
Got some good rolls today. Feeling it.
You feel the power flowing through this crane, Pons. Very nicely done, Scrif. Alright. Moving on, in our 5e, what do you do?
I am going to aim my assault rifle at a cluster of those tentacles around one of those pumps and see if clearing them off will help any.
Okay.
Probably not with an attack roll of 6, though. So after that, how far down is the floor in the room below relative to where we are?
About 4 stories.
Yikes, okay. Could I attempt an engineering check to see if I can figure out the function of those pumps and what needs to be done to them?
Yeah, go ahead, give me engineering check.
Okay, got an engineering check of 18.
18. you look down and you can see that there's these 4 pumps attached to the wall going as hard as they can. They seem to be pushing water in through this system. And the creature is very attached to it, both emotionally and physically.
Aw,
And you
very
can see
nice.
a large line across the floor through tentacles every once in a while that shows this large gate sitting right under the creature.
Just so I have a really clear, most of the time I ask and for like a further description after your narrative description. Describe the whole scenario in like super layman's terms, just so I know
Sure,
exactly
yeah.
where to
Okay.
go next.
So essentially, this is a big tube that this thing is in. Pons,
So it's like this, right?
it's rounded, and you
Yeah.
you guys are looking down in the tube.
Yeah.
The crane is being held by this metal structure that's kind of up high.
Yeah, it's on
And
top.
You're moving around below that structure, right?
Okay. So I'm like in the
And-
tube slightly.
yes. You
Okay,
are
yep.
in the tube completely.
Mm-hmm.
Down below, there's these 4 pumps
Pumps.
that you were looking at, Richard, that are jutting out of the wall. In the center, there's the ring of like these pipes and tentacles and all that kind of good stuff. And
Okay.
they're hanging on to the pumps with these big tendrily arms.
Okay. And so the center is the center of the actual creature,
Yes.
from what we can tell, right?
It's sitting in the center of all this water pump area.
And there's
Okay,
a
but
big
it's not
metal
on
gate
something specifically?
underneath that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're thinking that possibly either we need to like open floodgates and then like pin it down or something, or
Or we
Need
simply
to-
need to damage the core.
yeah, or we could attack the main section. But then
I'm sorry. I'm my only concern is that removing the tentacles there might make things worse somehow, I guess.
well, yeah, I'm curious, why is it now I can say this in character. I'm curious, why is it attaching to the pumps, right? Like, is it siphoning some of the fluid or something from it, or is it the heat, or what is it doing with those? So do we need to destroy them, or is it just the center that we need to be attacking?
It's a good question.
That's where I'm not entirely sure. Or is something going to change if we open the floodgates? That's the other
Yeah.
option.
I'm a little confused how the crane damages the vines.
Big old arm.
Is it like an arm, like it punches?
It's doing big punches.
Okay, because I wasn't sure. I started to get confused about whether this is a crane, like right angle with a thing
Yeah,
that
so
comes down and grabs.
that's
or
why I
if it was
tried
a
to-
crane, like a bird, like ah.
Wait, what?
Really?
What?
Really?
Is it a robot crane or is it a robot crane?
Okay,
Okay.
so crane is the closest thing I could figure out to describing it. Like, think about the crane box, like where the controls are.
Yes.
That plus arms.
So it has robot arms.
It has robot arms.
You're thinking so much higher level than me because I immediately see the scenario and I'm like, oh, it's like the toy crane where you move it
Yeah.
in and you grab a freaking
Yeah,
and
exactly.
that's I was
That
starting to
kind
get
of crane.
confused. I was starting to get confused because it's that size and it can do some of those things, like it can grab, but no, it's because it has giant hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's got big hands.
I didn't realize it had
And
multiple,
it's
but
got
that's
to
fine.
dance.
Yes, so this
Okay.
is the upper torso of the Iron Giant.
More or less. We can think of it
Nice.
that way. Yeah, and it's just on cables that it moves around and drops, and yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so it's also a crane.
Yes. I liked Richard's description of like it's a hand and that like picks things up, or whoever said that.
It's
like
the
picks
toy
claws
grabber
up.
grabber
game.
machine.
Yeah, it's the toy claw machine. However, it's got 2
Yeah.
claws and you sit in it.
Yes.
2 claws and you sit in. But you said it's punching, so
Yeah, it's got claws to punch
I am-
with.
All I know is
so
if
confused.
all I know is that if
Punch.
Cooper rolls a natural 20, I expect us to get a prize. There better
Yes.
be a popsicle in that crane.
Yes, or some explosion.
does
Oh,
it have
boy.
like is it just the hand or is it
Rock'em Sock'em robots.
full on like muscle arms on a thing I'm lost. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it has 2 arms out of this box, and that's what I'm
Okay.
seeing now.
Here is what it is attached to. It's a box.
Okay.
Okay.
Pons is in the box.
No. This is what is the structure that's holding it, okay?
Okay.
It is attached by a cable or something of that nature to the box. Here's Pons where my hand is. It is able to move around on this plane, right? Up, down, left, right. Okay.
Now there's a plane.
Jeez.
You're not being clear, Adam.
I want to hurt you.
On the Y and X axis.
Yes,
Okay.
that.
Okay. I get that. That I get. Okay.
Okay,
So that's how it
then-
moves around.
And suspended is Pons,
Oh.
and it's
a
got 2
box.
arms.
Pons.
Those arms
Yeah.
have little claws on them that it punches with.
So Pons is like in a box with arms.
Yes.
They're like muscly arms with hands on the end of them.
Robotic.
They're robot arms that have like triple claws.
Okay.
Like, meow,
This
meow.
must-
Okay. So this is like a submersible that's being held by a crane. Except
Kinda.
not the
Kinda.
submersible part.
Yeah, it kind of looks like
It's
that, I guess.
like a little exploration vessel
Kinda
that's
sort of,
dangling
yeah.
on a crane and can move
Yes,
around.
There you go. That'll do.
I gotcha. Okay, I was very confused how this thing is punching a
There are
giant
I-
tentacle
no
monster.
planes.
I just saw like 1 arm, and I was just gonna like do this.
Planes, cranes, and automobiles. And that's
You have
the title
a crane
of this
on top of a
episode.
crane, not a plane on top of
No,
a
no,
plane.
no. Planes, cranes, and automatons.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Okay, I'm glad. Yeah, like I was really trying to figure out a way to describe this thing, but it is really hard to envision.
Last episode, I thought it was an actual like bird robot,
Oh.
Oh,
like a robot crane. I thought
Oh,
it
you
was
thought
a big
this for
bird
weeks.
robot. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't
That's
think
why
that.
I was calling it a robot
OMGs.
chicken to Adam, because I thought it was a big robot bird.
yeah. When I said crane control box, everybody else got it though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understood exactly what you meant.
This is sci-fi. It could
like-
mean either.
Yeah, I had an image of like, oh, maybe there's a robotic beast of some sort for a moment, but then I was like, no, it's a crane. Yeah, crane. Makes sense.
That's
and
where
like-
my brain went.
No, that's
Okay.
fair because like even if I said robotic crane, you could easily interpret that as a robot flying crane.
Yeah.
Instead of like in the real world, if I said robotic crane, you'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, a crane that picks things up, sure.
Yeah, there's a robotic crane over there. I'd look and be like, oh yeah, it's doing construction.
Oh boy. Okay, I'm glad we have that sorted.
Scrif, it looks like these tentacles are holding the pump shut.
Well, I've got just the thing for this.
All right, that ends my turn, I think.
Okay, Pons, you're up.
I'd like to kind of communicate to Scrif as briefly as my turn allows.
Yeah, go ahead.
Working on a few theories. Should I be attacking those pumps?
You're supercharged right now. Use those big beefy arms.
Okay, okay.
Those
So,
big beefy robot arms.
I'm gonna attack at the pumps.
Okay.
To see what happens here.
Just to make this easy, we're gonna go. There's one north, south, east, and west. Which one do you
Okay.
want?
Yeah, we'll start with the north one.
Okay, give me an attack roll, please.
Oh no. Oh, 6. Man.
It was worth a shot.
Yeah. So you're still getting used to these controls. You fly down and you take a swing at this thing. Like you bump into some tentacles and smash the wall as you try to get back to where you were. So it seemed to have intercepted you as you came in to hit this thing.
Maybe someone needs to try to maneuver this thing instead of me. This isn't going very well.
Does that take a full action for him to do that, or is that just a standard?
Oh yeah,
That's
can I do it
standard.
I'll shout back at Pons. Hold on to something. I'm gonna open the doors down below.
again? All right.
Okay. Now it's its turn. As you pull back, it didn't seem to like you coming up on it again, and is going to take yet another swing with its giant tentacle arms. It's disgusting tentacle arms. Okay, let me pull up some damage here.
No.
All right, as you pull back, this thing smacks against you, and you feel like it connected really well.
Uh-oh.
And some damage is showing on the side of the crane you're in. A little crack goes across the glass.
Uh-oh.
I feel like it would like
Right.
one-shot me if I was out of this.
Scrif, Dovetail.
All right, Scrif is going to go back through the menus on this computer console and go to
Okay.
the floodgates and release the floodgates.
Okay, give me computer check for release the floodgates.
Computer check. 25.
Killing it.
There it is. In activating the floodgates, an alarm blares into life, adding to the cacophony of sound. The room shakes with a horrendous roar as two steel doors positioned under the pipes and machinery begin to open. There's this sudden shift in the wiggling mass as it begins to drop down into the pit below. As it begins to drop, you see more vines stretch out and wrap onto the 4 pumps in the room that are attached to the wall. So the floodgates have opened down below it, and it sinks down and is suspended, hanging on by these 4 pumps.
I wonder if shooting them would have any effect.
It's up to you to decide. Okay, the floodgates are open, and the turn is yours, 5e.
All right. It sounds like the best thing to do is to blow those pumps. So 5e's going to give it another shot.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
Could we like toss an unstable junk laser or something at them?
Set it to overcharge.
No, that's
and-
Uzi's
Yeah.
weapon.
It's like fire, fire,
He
fire.
needs
fire.
that.
All right, that's a 19 this time to try and blow one of those pumps.
Okay, that is a much better roll. Go ahead and give me some damage.
5.
5. You shoot down. One of the lasers hits a pump. Which one were you firing at, by the way?
Let's say south.
South? Okay, shoot down right below you. And as you hit it, a leak springs out of the top of this thing. Water starts shooting out.
Okay, good.
Pons.
I wanted to make an onion
got it.
joke right there.
Oh, what?
Well, you said a leak started shooting out of the filter.
No, bad Jeff. Bad Jeff. Homonyms are not your thing.
Yeah, let's let's keep moving. Let's keep moving.
Yeah. All right. I'll make that another attack roll. I want to break that northern pump.
Okay. Give me what you
Come
got.
on, something better.
Pons.
Let's go. That was a natural 1.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay, hold on.
Maybe it'll be catastrophe in a good way.
Maybe if you tell us the bad news in a good way.
Yeah. I
Okay.
failed so hard that all the pumps broke.
So, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to
no.
adapt some cards here.
Oh,
So-
you're still going to
Jeez, I
make
have not-
Cooper pick the switch that you're going to beat him with, in other words.
I haven't rolled above a 4 this whole time.
Oh, you know it. All right, Cooper. 1 or 2?
2.
2. You got it.
Just...
All right. This was a melee. Actually is not really gonna affect you that much, fortunately for you.
Yay.
Because this is aim more carefully next time, the attack action is a full action for you for the next 1d3 rounds, which it already pretty much is in
Okay,
this
okay.
crane.
Got it.
So you don't even have to worry about it, you lucky brain.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's see.
moving on.
If we have 2 people in the crane's cockpit, can we have 2 people attack?
Like Voltron style.
Yes.
Are there
You
four
know,
other
I'm-
cranes lying around that we
willing
can like
to let you
connect
try.
together?
Maybe not that.
I'm just having such bad luck.
There's always one
Is there
person
another
that's gonna
one with
try.
legs?
Yes, the
Yeah,
torso.
There's only legs. One,
the
it
head.
just does kicking, and this one does all the upper body stuff.
And then we need the head.
Yes, I want the head.
No. Richard. Yeah, I'm gonna need NR5E to give me a reflex save.
I'm so glad that I'm safe over here by this computer.
Aw, what terrible thing is happening to him?
Well, you shot down at this thing's precious pumps, and you happen to be just conveniently located next to a big open window.
Sweet.
Prime real estate there.
That's prime real estate.
Well, I'm sure a 12 is really good. 12's super good, right? Nothing bad happens on 12. Bad things happen on 12, don't they?
Bad things happen
Yeah.
on 12. I'm so sorry.
That just means it gets more interesting.
All right. So, since you're an operative, if you had saved, you would have taken no damage from this. However, since you failed, this giant chunk of acid being spat from the mouth of this creature hits you square in the chest as you take 15 acid damage.
Oh no!
Ooh, now does that come off stamina first?
Comes off stamina first and then eats into your health. Quite literally, in this case.
Ouchie.
Scrif,
Ouchie.
That's
you're
not
up.
good.
All right. Tell me, does when I'm looking at these controls, you said there was a control for system purge. Would I get the impression that this is purging, like, the floodgate area, or is this like a computer, like, reset?
Since this is in the controls for all the piping down below, you get the impression that that's what it's controlling.
It's for the pumps.
The pumps and all that piping down there.
Okay, then I am going to activate the system purge.
Okay, give me a roll. Computers, please.
Computers. Natural 20
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
for a 30.
Oh, it's a good day.
Okay, you hit this button, and you see the pipes that are down with this thing start shooting water, scalding hot water out, and it hits this creature as it's trying to hang on, and it roars loudly. And what's going to happen, and it'll be more on my end for this, is that's going to give Pons essentially covering fire to a
Yes.
degree, because it's going to be very distracted by all this
Excellent.
water hitting it.
Oh, I needed that
In
so much.
R5E, you just got hit by this huge loogie of acid. What are you going to do now?
Ooh, that is bad. I think there's an internal dialogue of losing structural integrity. Must maintain target. He's going to attempt to shoot at the southern pump again, because if he can knock it out, that's less capability that creature has to do damage to his compatriots.
All right, give me that roll.
And that one.
No, you guys.
No.
Draw the cards.
On the cards.
I'm sorry, guys. I took all of the good rolls.
I know.
You did.
It's
You've
so
been
true.
hoarding them.
I don't think I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to jinx myself.
You've been like 14
Yeah, like-
plus average.
Oh yeah, you got back from, recovering from the sickness, and now you're just like, let's go every
Yeah.
time. All right, 1 or 2, Richard.
1.
Got it. Oh, this is not helpful.
Oh no.
Frighteningly bad shot. You are shaken for 1d4 rounds.
Okay.
That's
What
not
is
as bad as it could be.
yeah,
Yeah.
what does that effect do?
-2 to ability checks, attack rolls, saving throws, and skill checks.
Okay.
So it sucks.
That's not
but
good.
it's not. At least it's not like more damage to you.
Yeah.
Right. All right. You still
All
have
right.
movement left. Do you want to do anything with that?
I mean, I'll move to relative cover if I can, and then move back and fire again next time.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. You can pull back into the room and get out of the range of this thing.
Yeah, and I'll also shout to Scrif, I'm losing structural integrity.
Don't you die on me.
Pons.
Okay, another swing. Gonna rock him and sock him. Let's see here. Another attack roll is gonna be... There we go. Okay, on the dice, before the herring fire is a 21.
21.
The total.
All right.
On the
And
dice is
you're-
a 21.
No, on the dice is a 19.
What kind of dice are you
Impressive.
rolling?
We're using
The secret
D30s for
dice.
this, Jeff. Didn't we tell you?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, it was to up the dramatic stakes of the game.
Roll 7 of them.
There was a memo. Did you get a copy of that memo? I'll get you a copy of that memo.
Okay. So, since this is versus a structure, as I said, it does more damage. It's going to do 2d20 plus 10 to these structures. Go ahead and roll that up for me, Pons.
All right.
It's beastly.
Let's see.
No one ever gets to roll d20s for damage. So we're going to have fun
Not
with this.
unless you're like nearly max level.
Okay, that's not too bad. I got a 15 on the first one and 11 on the second one.
Okay, so what, 37 total?
With the plus 10 as a 36.
36 total.
Yeah.
That was a 36
Nice.
total. Very nice.
Yes.
You swing down, lowering into position, and pull back with your robot arm and smash on the northern pipe, and it just ruptures and pulls off the wall. And now the tentacles are holding it in one arm as it swings, and the whole creature sinks down a little bit further.
Yes. Okay.
Did you guys ever play Battletoads?
No.
I attempted to.
Yeah, I played the first like sewer level and then stopped forever and had a better life because of it.
Yep, that's the one.
Jeez, is it like
'cause
Frogger with
there's-
guns? What?
There's that one. I don't remember which game it was, but there was one level where you're like descending downward and you're like hanging on to a wire and you like
Ropes.
swing back and forth. That's what this reminds me of.
Nice.
I'll have to look it up.
All right. Pawns, I'm gonna need a reflex save.
How? Okay. Let's see. Oh my gosh. That was another nat 1.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no. This thing takes the pump, reels it back, and throws it directly at you. And it smashes into the undercarriage of this thing. And I'm gonna roll some damage here. Okay. So the seat that you are in is now dented up more. The whole room is much smaller.
Yeah. I'm like hunched over.
And the controls are having a little bit more trouble responding now.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh.
Scrif,
Oh my gosh. Do I need to keep holding the system purge?
that thing's just gonna keep purging.
Okay.
Purge with a vengeance.
Oh man. I would love to give him a bonus to attack, but I think Power Surge is my best option here. So I'm just
Okay.
gonna keep that damage up for him.
Good choice.
I'm really sorry, guys. I'm hoarding all of the natural 20s for myself.
Oh
Oh.
my
That's
gosh,
another natural
Get
another
one
one.
here.
OMG.
That's 2 in a row for me. That's a 30.
And that was 2 natural 1s.
Wow. Okay, you have
me.
bonus damage there, Cooper.
Nice. All right. Is it like critical bonus damage? Yeah.
think
I
it's
mean,
just
if you
bonus damage.
make a critical, there will be more damage involved.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Well, because critical is you roll everything twice.
Yeah.
So if you get an extra 1d12 and then you critical, that's
Uh-huh.
2d12.
Oh. Let's hope.
All
Let's
right.
hope.
In our 5e.
All right. I'm going to pop back out of cover, and I'm going to try to take out that pump again.
Okay.
It's the only shot I have. So I'm only coming up with a 7 that time. I am exposed, and I did not connect with it. This could be bad, fellas.
Yeah, 7's not gonna do it.
In turn.
Okay. What you guys need are just like some grenades to drop
Yeah.
down straight below you.
I was wondering about if we still had that one, but I know we used it a while ago.
It was only a smoke.
grenade, yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Pons.
Oh, we're already back up. Okay.
Yeah, we're moving
Do
quick.
it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see. Okay, making another swing. Let's go for the east one this time.
Okay.
And do I still have that herring 5? Yes, right?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, that is another nat 1.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. That is 3 in
No.
a row. Yeah. Other than the damage, that is 3
Jeff,
nat 1s.
Jeff, what have
think.
you done? You've stolen all your
What?
power from Pons.
I want to know what's
the ritual
with
completed
today,
way
today.
earlier than I was expecting. This wasn't supposed to happen until
One
like
or
level
two.
5.
Cooper, 1 or 2.
1. I feel like we need to like reset the algorithm here on Foundry or something.
Yeah, I can't even be either mad or excited about it because you guys are hitting both spectrums.
Yeah. But I have to do all the damage, so it's like I get all the bonuses and you
We don't have
Yeah.
any. We don't have any popsicles, do we?
don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
Oh,
You guys
give it
had
to me.
one and you used it to get over your sickness.
Yeah.
What is
Okay.
it, Adam?
This one is not great for you, and it is actually applicable. Your weapon is damaged. You take a -2 penalty to attack rolls. That's the
No.
robot arms are damaged, and you'd have to do a successful engineering check to fix it.
Oh no.
Oh,
And that was
This
called
is so
dented,
bad.
by
I
the
don't
way,
have
which is
engineering.
appropriate.
that is.
Oh man.
I don't even have an engineering. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
you guys may have to change some stuff up. This isn't going well.
we could all just start like shooting at it, just every round instead.
It's up to you guys what you do.
Is there anything? This is probably my turn over. I know, but I'm just curious. Is there anything we can drop down like on top of? Never mind. I have a plan.
The
I
only
have a plan.
thing is the structure that's holding you up. So unless you wanted to drop down in there with it.
You could hop out of it. And we
How
can
about-
try and drop the
Oh,
crane onto
Yes,
it.
exactly.
Actually, that's
my
not
thought.
a terrible idea.
All right.
is
Yeah.
what we
Hop
should
hop
do.
out of it, and I'll get over there.
Do I have movement?
You
no,
do?
because I do.
No, the
Yeah.
the
Oh,
the
you're
critical
right.
fail from last
Thing with-
time made his attacks a full
That's
action.
right. Thank you very much for putting that
Okay.
back out there, Jeff.
Yeah. I'm
Mm.
sorry.
All right, Scrif Dovetail.
Okay. Seeing that this crane that Pons is in is starting to malfunction, how hard or how long would it take for me to get on top of it?
Let's see, if you were to do a running, flying jump,
Alternatively,
Do
is
it.
there a way within this computer console to detach it and release the crane and just drop it into this hole?
It's gonna drop the load.
yeah, this thing was not built to be like completely dropped off. So there's no
I thought you might
computers.
say that. Okay, here we go. Scrif is going to get a running start and leaps out off of the bridge to
Okay.
grab onto the crane.
Let's
I believe
go.
in you.
This is the action hero stuff I want to see.
Yep. And you have like a toolkit too. You could probably figure out a way to break those cables holding the crane up.
Not if I roll a 9 on my
Mm.
athletics.
Not great. Okay. Scrif runs over, throws the door open, runs out onto the platform, does a leaping jump, flying over, and I just want everyone to see this in their mind. Down below, this giant creature, like 50 feet across, all these tendrils, the giant mouth opening and closing right below as Scrif leaps out, and you see him with his tail dragging behind him, just stretched out long.
Oh, man.
And as you get close to this thing, you start falling away.
Oh no.
You see Pons as you go down. And at the last second, you grab just a corner of the arm on the left-hand side and are dangling off that thing.
Oh, okay.
This just went from bad to worse.
I was rolling so well. I wanted
Yep.
one more good roll.
Oh.
Nope. Mm-mm. You got greedy.
Boy.
I did.
In our 5e, you see him dangling off this crane, Pons with these big eyes just looking at him. Uzi, still unconscious. What do you do?
I honestly cannot think of anything I can do to help other than I could try to keep the tentacles from attacking Scrif by doing harrying fire, maybe.
You want if you want to prevent me from getting hit, you would want covering fire.
Covering fire. Beg pardon. Then yeah, that would just be an attack roll.
That'd be an attack roll.
Okay.
Yeah, DC 15.
I hit a 15 exactly with my shaking
Alright.
penalty.
Okay, so it's got some boiling water hitting it, and you're shooting down below at this thing. And now it's Pawn's turn.
Okay. Jeez, I don't have a lot of equipment. How far below is Scrif from me?
Scrif is hanging off the arm on your unit that you're in.
Mm-hmm.
He's like maybe 2 feet below you.
Oh, okay. Okay, so he's super close. Quick, grab my leg.
He reaches
Quick,
out to try
Grab
and
my brain!
Yeah. Grab my brain stem. So I like reach a leg down there
Keep those ideas
and
coming.
try to pull him back up.
Okay. Go ahead and give me athletics.
Oh yes. Okay.
It means a lot to me that you reaching out with your regular feet instead of the giant robotic crane arms. I know that means a lot. It's this must be very important to you to save me.
That was a 4.
Boy. Oh my gosh, you guys.
So I'll just start rolling up my new character now.
I don't know what else
I
to
might
do, Adam.
too.
I haven't been able to do anything this combat.
Okay.
Gosh.
We're just gonna pull something real
Oh.
quick.
So I have any bonus actions or something? Or Jeez.
Okay.
Hooey.
Yeah, this is the
Watch
thing
it.
that's happening.
As Adam tries to find a way to not TPK us.
Uh-huh.
You guys have decided to
your
make me work
worst.
for it. Okay.
Yeah, I could have.
I'm not
probably
afraid
just,
to
like,
die,
lifted
Adam.
the arm like on top. or something.
I'm not afraid. I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I welcome it. If you've got to do
Right.
something, go ahead and do it. I'm ready.
Okay. Here's the
I'll
deal.
only cry for a little bit.
Yeah, no, so the plan was to do one of these vine attacks up, right? Before you even jumped out there.
Mhm.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll a 1d3. Okay? So it has some negatives from Richard shooting down at it, but that also got us attention. So I should say 5e is on the board for that. The crane that Pons is in has been ruining this thing's life, so that's there. And there's this dangling delicious treat. So that's on there. In our 5e is 1, Pons is 2, and Scrif is 3. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And I'm going to let everyone see this roll, just
Do
so
it.
everyone knows it's fair.
I'm watching.
Oh,
That's
no.
That's a 3.
That's a 3.
The 3.
That's
We.
There's that
That's
Scrif.
me.
Maybe it'll miss.
Okay.
You can see this look in Scrif's eyes. He looks down and he sees tentacle coming up from below.
Oh, man. Okay. This is important. This is... Scrif. As this tentacle, this vine whips up towards crane that you're hanging off of. I need to know if a 13 hits your KAC.
Well, that depends. Being dangling, am I under any penalties?
I'm also like grappling your head with my legs. Or trying to.
Yeah, am I like
Are you blinded by Pons sticking his little toes in your eyes?
That's probably a penalty.
No. It's a benefit. Obviously. I'm helping.
yeah,
For
are
this
there
circumstance, I'm going to say that you don't have any penalties.
That's very generous of you, Adam.
Yeah, you're like
in that case, that misses.
Okay. Like I was playing everything as it rolled. Like I don't think it'd be terribly fair to be like I roll it and then oh by the way you have all these penalties to it.
That
doesn't
we still
seem
have the
fair.
herring fire
You
too?
know, it
Yes.
seems fair to
Okay,
me.
Yeah.
I think it's fair just because, if you think about the situation, I understand. I'm dangling from a very precarious situation. So like no dex bonus would make sense to me, or like being considered prone. So I think there are some very reasonable penalties that you could have put on me.
You're
Yeah,
also
but-
an adventurer, and adventurers are tough.
Yeah, and you guys did some good prep to make this thing have some problems to begin with. So I think just letting it roll as it, is the best way to go.
I appreciate that because I really I would prefer to keep playing Scrif. That'd be my preference. But
Well, hey, listen,
you
it
gotta
depends
keep it
on
interesting too.
if you give me more chances to kill you, which
thought
you
you were
very well
gonna-
could.
I thought you were going to end that sentence with, if you give me a little more money, then I can just slide some cash under the table.
How many checks are in the mail?
How badly do you want to keep playing this character?
Got to remember to purge my Venmo history.
Anyways, so thing whips just through your legs. You pick him up at the last second as it reaches up, tries to grab you and pull you in. And we're going to move it over to your turn, Scrif. You're dangling. Pons' little kicky legs are out the window. What do you do?
I'm going to try and climb up this thing.
Yes.
Okay. You roll for it.
Okay. This is athletics.
That it is. Oh no. Jeff
That's
just
an-
put his head full on the mic.
That's an 8.
Okay.
So you're pulling yourself up little by little, and then you slide off and hold on again. And you can't manage to get yourself on top of the arm or the crane.
Oh, man.
5e.
Sometimes the dice are just trying to tell a story, and it's pretty obvious to me what that story is right now.
No, no, we're gonna save you.
Well,
The-
not if we can help it. I'll continue to give covering fire.
Okay. Go ahead, give me that roll.
Right. That is a non-natural 20.
That'll do it. Okay. It's having trouble still. Pons, Scrif is hanging off this arm. What are you gonna do?
Can
I
the
can't
arm?
hold on. I'm losing my grip.
Can the-
Pons,
I feel like
Tell-
Pons would continue to try to pull him up, but I'm just curious if can I reach the arm up and above to like place him on the platform that I'm hanging
You
by?
can definitely lift it higher than where you're at. You may not have the maneuverability to just set him there,
Yeah,
but you can
yeah.
certainly
end up like
put him very
squishing me on
close.
top of your head,
What if-
on top of the box, like an egg on your head.
What if I try to grab him like with the other claw? Is that an
Ooh.
attack roll?
Uh,
What is that?
I feel like that would probably be piloting.
I mean, I don't have that either, so it doesn't
Well,
really
and
change a whole lot.
Cat's no longer hooked up to the computer, so you don't have
Yeah.
that bonus.
What
You
What
could
do you
lift
want me
him
to
up
do,
and
Scrif?
give him an opportunity to drop onto the roof instead. Like you have
Just-
that ability.
Just live a good life. It's okay.
No, I'm gonna pick him up with the other arm then.
Take care
See?
of 5e.
See what happens. Piloting.
Yep.
Okay, come on, dice. Turn
Come on,
around.
dice.
Turn around. Here we go.
And here, before you make that roll,
Yep.
can I do a little bit of extra flavor? Adam, you can tell me if this is too
Absolutely,
much.
go ahead.
But I want to like pull Cat off of my arm pad and
Oh.
try to hand Cat to save Cat.
Oh.
Hand Cat to Pons.
Okay.
All the feels.
We don't
But
both have to
What are
go.
what are you doing, Scrif? Ow,
don't
ow,
both have to
ow.
go.
Scrif, come on, you can do this.
Take it, Pons.
Do I have the opportunity to grab it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I had to think
That's
if
fine.
you were still under the 1d3 rounds of full actions for things.
No. So I can. Do you want me to do dex for that? I can try to like tangle it up in my kind of
Yeah. go
vine-like
ahead, that'll
legs,
be fine.
possibly.
That'll be fine.
Okay. 7.
Okay.
It's okay.
And are you going to do the grabbing Scrif with the other hand?
Oh yes. Here we go.
Okay. Give me that roll as well, please.
19.
Yeah.
Finally a better roll.
Oh my god.
So you're
Oh,
trying
goodness.
to hand Cat over to Pons, like, take this. And as you're doing that, he like looks at it, gives a half-hearted attempt, and then reaches over with his hand and hits a lever. The hand moves over and fing, closes on you. You feel squished in the midsection. And then he pulls you back. What do you want to do with him now that it's in your arm, Pons?
I'd like to. Oh, I feel like I'm kind of a target. Is there a way I can get him like out of the area that the vines can reach? I can otherwise just set him in the cockpit with me.
Or set me on top.
You
If
could
it
set him
reaches.
on top,
Yeah.
inside. Yeah, like you could bring it up and just let go. You just can't
Okay.
fully set him down.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Then I'll go ahead and do that. I'll drop him on top. So hopefully, see if he can do something about this
Okay.
malfunctioning brain.
Scrif drops, lands on top of the crane. He's still holding Cat in one hand, looking around at the situation. And now, at least for the moment, you're off the menu.
Okay.
That was a clutch roll, Pons.
Yeah. After rolling, I think 1 out of my last 7 rolls above a 4.
Oh man, my
Finally.
heart is racing. I legitimately thought I might lose Scrif right there.
I did too.
Yeah, that
still
was...
might.
You still might. You're still in the middle of a terrible situation.
Uh-huh.
But, all right. This thing is going to take a swing up at the crane. Its meal no longer dangling so tantalizing. Swings up, boom, grazes the side of the crane. Scrif grabs onto the arm that's still up there as it jolts about. But it seems like it was a glancing blow, so thing is not destroyed more than it was. Scrif on top of the machinery, what do you do?
All right, Scrif is going to yell down to Pons, "Get out of that thing now, I'm going to drop it." And I'm going to reach up to the, like, mechanisms that move the crane around.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and drop the box that has, like, the arms, so it just, like, smashes into this vine thing and hopefully will punch it through the hole where the floodgates are.
Okay, go ahead, give me an engineering roll.
There's my rolls again. I apparently can only roll well on engineering and computers checks. That's a 32.
Wow.
Nice.
But
And-
I want to make sure that I'm holding the, like, I'm not doing it fully until Pons is safe.
Okay. Like hanging on to the cable and... Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll get as much ready as I can without actually
Is
putting Pons in danger.
there like an actual
Okay.
hold action in this?
Yeah, there
Okay,
is.
okay.
I forgot to do it.
Or a, I don't know if hold is the right term, but when you like set a trigger for it. It's like when this happens, this happens?
Yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
cool. Yeah.
Ready
He's
in action.
setting it up
Mhm.
to drop when he can. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And R5E, you're up.
Do I still have one more round of shaking, or is that gone?
It ended as of this round.
All right. I am going to do my trick attack.
Oh,
Ooh, here we go.
Let's see if watching these tentacles for a few minutes has given 5e some insight into how they're going to move and how he can position his shot. 21 I don't think is good enough, but he'll
Is
still
not.
get an attack off.
Yeah, give him what you got.
Only a 9. So,
Yeah, that's not gonna do it.
moving on. You guys got this. It's fine.
Yeah.
Pons.
Okay, it's kind of cramped in here, but I'll get out as quick as I can as I'm like trying to poke my giant brain out the side that's all crumpled.
All right, there is enough room for you to squeeze, and it makes like a popping sound, like as you come out. And you book it back over to the open window. Is that what the plan is?
Yeah.
Okay. Vroom. 5e Pons flies straight past you into the room. It's time for an attack roll. Unfortunately, the squishy, delicious brain has flown out of the equation, so now there's a crane, and there's this thing that keeps trying to shoot out painful lasers at it. It's going after the crane. Oof, and that's gonna hit. Thing swings up, smashes the crane, and now this thing is barely more than a pancake as it hits.
good thing you got
Scrif.
out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing had very low health.
At least the arms are still there.
It comes back around to you, Scrif, as you hang on to these cables, as the thing under you just gets crumpled.
All right, Script's gonna make sure that Cat is secured tightly back to his wrist, and he's gonna drop this thing on top of the vine tentacle monster thing.
Okay. Ching! Cut the last part of this crane hanging onto the cable. And it plummets down right out from under you as you just hold on to this cable. And it slams right into the middle of this pod, this mouth with thousands of teeth, and smashes it down towards the hole. Two of the vines rip off the wall, and now it's hanging by one of these pumps, the last one sitting right underneath you, 5e.
Okay.
I just keep hearing, feed me.
Feed me, Seymour.
Seymour? Yes. Like, oh man, that movie gave me nightmares. That was so freaky.
Ah, so I need to have a sequence like that. On,
No.
got it. Okay.
No.
A little insight into Cooper's mind that I really have enjoyed here. All right, 5e, what do you do?
Well, there's only one job left to be done, and I have yet to do it. So my heuristics tell me to keep on going. I'm going to attempt a full attack and see if I can get 2 shots at rolling well enough to just blast this thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a natural 20. So,
Nice.
and
All
my
right.
follow-up, just to go ahead and get it out of the way, will probably not be as good. It's only a 13 on the follow-up shot, but the first one hits true.
Okay, 1 or 2.
Who does number 2 work for?
Got it. All right. Damaged retina. The target is off target and takes a -5 penalty to perception checks until healed. You blasted some of those eyeballs.
Excellent.
Okay.
Well, I have some other good news as well.
Oh yeah.
Maximum critical damage, 12.
Yeah.
Yes!
All right.
Yes. Pull your
Yes.
gun down. You see one job that needs to get done that hasn't been done yet. Aim at the tentacles. Targeting locks on. Blast at the final tentacle hanging on to this pump. And as you hit it, it ruptures right at the top where it's wrapped around, and you see the thing plummet.
Yeah.
Roars and shakes the room as it falls away into the darkness, and the doors ding close back up behind it.
It was like a grocery store door was like there's something in the way. It wasn't closing, but now it's just like boop right behind.
Absolutely. The doors have been trying to close this whole
Yeah.
time, but it was being jammed.
Oh, like
5e brings his assault rifle back to a ready position, looks over at Pons and says, "Target eliminated."
Ow. That was an excellent shot.
nice shot.
I would say excellent teamwork all the way around. I'm very impressed by your application of engineering.
Much
Yes.
appreciated.
Is Uzi okay?
Scrif
Can someone
just
please get me
hangs on.
down?
Uzi will live.
Oh, okay.
We've got to get
good.
Scrif down from there.
Oh yeah. I'll fly over. I don't know how well I do with holding someone else as I am flying, but if I can assist him in any way, I'll try to do that.
Yeah, I think what would work is if he just held on top of you, you would just slowly sink towards the ground.
Okay, that's perfect.
Okay, so you head out, get under Scrif. Scrif, you climb on and give his big brain a hug, and you slowly float down to where the gnarled pipes are, where this creature once nested. And as you look around, you see the tunnel entrance Scrif that you saw on the schematics. And we'll see you next time.
Oh.
Oh
right.
man, that was scary.
That was
I
such
thought
a
it was
cool
dead.
fight. That was so
Great
much fun.
fight. Great
I
fight.
was really concerned. Like, I was 50-50 you were going to die right
Oh
there.
man, I live.
When life drains you down, charge up on the Emergency Power Network. Theme song Triangles by Diamond Ace. Find them at bandcamp.com. Music provided by Nicholas Judy of Dark Fantasy Studio at darkfantasystudio.com and Tabletop Audio. Find them at tabletopaudio.com. Font Azonics by Mixo. Find them on Twitter at MixoFX. The Starfinder role-playing game, including its official lore and images, are the intellectual property of Paizo Incorporated. All rights reserved. Narrated by Danny Lee Collins.